Hopefully this time we are live. I hope, because this is actually starting to get on my nerves a little bit. Yes, finally we're live. Good. I don't know why, but I started the stream and it was not working correctly. I spoke to myself for like 3 minutes and it just seems to have not actually gone live. It's just brilliant. Anyway, welcome back everyone. 2 hours endurance. Syndra's in the fraud. He's going very fast. And yeah. But that has annoyed me a little bit, that the stream didn't actually start properly. And Simon has actually gone off in the background and gotten himself a penalty. But at the moment, Syndra looks to be alright. Although that Peugeot is the one to watch, I'd say, today. A little wide there, but still good. Does look like BX is closing the gap a little bit. In that very OP Peugeot. Ooh, up to the wall. Not hitting it though. Pretty good. Really pushing the car to its limits. Actually qualifying on the mediums, I've just noticed. Although it could be bugged. Let's see. Alright, he's nailed that. And he's nailed that too. Up to the line, a 359. What's BX gonna do? A 357. Yeah, that Peugeot's on steroids. Iggy second, 1.5 seconds off. Simon's quite far back. Howlin has gotten P4 behind Syndra. Who's next? Kepler's gone 4th. Kale's now 6th. Ross is 8th. Oh, there's a flurry of times coming in. I cannot keep up with this. Pyro's done a very bad lap. Let's see what Moose does. 407. And Vithir hasn't put a competitive lap in yet. So as it stands, and BX does have a penalty. BX is on provisional pole after the first laps by 1.5 seconds to Iggy, who is 4 tenths ahead of Syndra, and then Syndra is another 1.7 ahead of Kepler, who is then all very tightly compacted together. In a car which I'm surprised is doing so well. And I'm talking about Hurricane and Alpha here. This car is quite a surprising one, as I expected it to do quite poorly with its tyre and fuel usage, but yeah, it was a surprise at Daytona, and it could be a surprise here as well. So only 2 laps of qualifying. That's not the best. doing quite well, but still down in his time. See how Iggy's doing. If he's finding pace. He's finding a bit of time, but he needs another 1.3 seconds to be on pole. Someone behind him has half a second penalty. He's in a car which should be in the top three, all three of them, quite easily. He has found some more time, but he still needs a bit more. Another second, at least. Just keeping it within the limits, though. If he fully abuses the last two corners, he could get within half a second. Alright, those first chicanes are right, second chicane looks good too. Up to the line, and it's a 58.1. Got just within a second. Oh, just seen Howlin jump up to 4th, I think. See Kepler 59.7. What's Hurricane gonna do? He's gonna be coming across the line in a minute. Cross to the 404.1. Hurricane does a 4:08. Aero as well, 404. So the other two Mercs are not doing as well as the lead one, but they are ahead of the Mazdas, I think. Anyway, that's your qualifying. BX on pole, Iggy second, Sindra third. Sound volume, here we go. There we go. Turn that off for now. Anyway, oh, and it's starting. But yeah, BX pole, Iggy second, Sindra third, Howlin fourth, Kepler fifth, Alpha sixth, Hurricane seventh, Tap eighth, Kepler ninth, and so on and so forth. As we get ready for the start. By the looks of it, everyone's on mediums, but I think that might be bugged. Hello, Saeed. As we are away, has Iggy got the start on BX? I don't think he quite does. He's having to cover off from Sindra actually, who's looking pretty feisty on the start here. Though has gone a bit deep there. Iggy, he's kept within that half-second range after the first few corners. Sindra's hold on to fourth, third, Howlin's still fourth, Kepler, so on and so forth. Although Iggy is right behind BX now. But BX's straight line speed is, oh, it is dirty. He's just flying away from him on the straights as Kepler gets past Howlin. Iggy has no chance of overtaking there. In fact, Sindra and the Ford is catching up pretty quickly as well. Oh, a little bit of contact there from Howlin and Kepler. By the looks of it, it's going to allow Alpha to have a go, but he does have a second of penalties. Although he is going to go, he's going to pull alongside Howlin, and he's going to get ahead. Hurricane up to 7th, Well, he's in 7th. Tap in the other Peugeot. It's not doing so well. Hale's 9th in the other Mazda. And O'Leary in the other Ford is 10th. And Ross, Simon. Pyro's had a terrible start, he's all the way down in 15th. Meanwhile, up front, BX has gapped Iggy now by a second. That thing is a monster. But Iggy is under increasing pressure from Syndra. And in fact, both Fords, or at least 2 of the 3 Fords, are the top 4. So I think that's a Genesis going wide in the background. I think Iggy's got his work cut out for him today. Meanwhile, further back, it looks like Howling got past Alpha again. Alpha now has a 2.5 penalties, and is getting chased down by his teammate and Tap. In fact, his teammate has now got past him. And now he gets a 2nd penalty as well. So we see Kepler trying to move on Tap here. And he gets the move done. And O'Leary's gonna have a go as well to try and get past. Well, by the looks here, it's 3 wide for a moment. So both of them get past Alpha after his penalty. Well, I think Tap's going to just stay ahead of O'Leary here, who's going to brake a bit earlier. So that has ruined his run into those sets of corners. Over behind, we've got a bit of a fight here between Ross and Vidfear. And I think that's Ross getting past Vidfear. Meanwhile, ahead, Simon is starting to make some progress, getting used to the car now. Hopefully he can use the power and the downforce of it to get up. Meanwhile, back at the front, Syndra is about a second back now from Iggy. Iggy's about 2.5 seconds back from BX. But Kepler is sticking with his teammate. And Hurricanes did not serve that penalty by the looks of it, so we'll have to serve it this lap. Race is calmed down a little bit now as we head into the night. It'll be interesting to see when people pit as well. Didn't really get a chance to test that. As we see Vidfear getting 2.5 seconds of penalties. And Pyro with 2 seconds as well, very far back from this pack. Not a good showing from Pyro already, but there's still a lot of time left to make up. Ooh, O'Leary going right wide there. Simon the chance though. He's now in the slipstream. He's going to go around the outside. He's going to brake later, but it looks like Simon's already got the car quite a bit ahead. It looks like Simon's going to brake later. Is he going to make the corner? Yes, he will. Nice move there, outside to inside. So O'Leary will have the slipstream back on him now, but they are, by the looks of it, catching a couple of the cars ahead. By the looks of it, the battling is starting to slow them up. Oh, sorry for the yawn. It looks like Kepler got ahead of Syndra, but got a half-second penalty in the process, but they are very close to Iggy. Very close to Iggy. getting towed along by the looks of it. So it looks like Kepler's going to try it around the outside of Iggy, and he's going to get ahead. But he will have to serve that penalty in a minute, and that is going to undo the progress he has made. As it's now pitch black, and it probably would be a good time for me to try and figure out which button it is for the camera. As Hurricane serves his penalty, it's going to give Tap the chance now to get past, I'd expect. Yes, it will. And he's now down to 7th. The Gen X is still holding on for 7th and 8th. And Simon, he's got a half-second penalty, but he is into 9th. He's got ahead of Capel. He seems to be struggling a little bit. Ross as well, he's got a half-second penalty, but he's not too far away from this pack, so still good hope if he can bring his pace up to catch up and fight these guys. Vidvir behind as well, and then Moose and the other Gen X, and then Pyro a bit further back. But real quickly, I do want to check what the configuration is. Where is the camera? I do not know which one's the camera. Okay, we'll just have to leave it. We'll just have to leave it. That's a shame. Back to it. BX now has a 6-second lead. R1, you say? I am pressing R1 and nothing is happening. R1 is not happening. Okay. But yeah, BX has almost extended that lead now to 7 seconds. Oh. As Iggy is fighting with Kepler. Oh, that's Syndra going straight on into the gravel trap, and he is reset to track by the game, and that undoes a bunch of his progress. As well, it looks like the Gen X has got ahead of someone here. Oh, and the game is bugging out. Hardcore. Or not, I don't know. Kepler with a 1.5 second penalty. I don't know who made the mistake, but Hurricane in 6th and Alpha in 7th now. Although I think it might have been Capel. Well, wait, no, it's Tap. He's the one. Yeah, it's a shame that my R1 is not working. I don't know why it isn't, but it isn't. And BX is purple and is still going faster than his... He's going a lot faster than his qualifying time, and he is extending the gap to Iggy by miles. Literal miles. As behind, we've got Syndra and Howling going at it. And Kepler has gotten ahead of Iggy as well that time. More stuff going on behind with Simon and Alpha. Although Simon has got a half-second penalty. Looks like Alpha and Hurricane are going at it. Genesis fighting each other. This is not what you need to be doing, lads. Working together here. Another yawn, that's bad. Kepler had a penalty. So actually Simon's been saved by that by Kepler's penalty by the looks of it. Verstappen into 9th, Valeri 10th. Kepler has now fallen to 11th. Ross still in 12th, but he's not too far back. But I think the main battle up here is Iggy and Kepler. But they are 10 seconds back from the lead after the 3rd lap. Will BX lap everyone? I'm getting bets in. Oh, I want to change camera angle badly, but it's just my R1, I don't know if it's unbinded or what, but it's just not switching cameras. But I can sense an Iggy overtake here. And actually Kepler's got himself a half-second penalty, so Iggy's going to draw alongside. Has the Mercedes got the power? I don't think it has. Unless he can brake later, but no, he's going to tuck him behind. Although Kepler's going to get a worse exit here if Iggy can get the power down early and get enough slipstream. And Iggy has now got past, but I think he's going to be very quickly re-overtaken. Oh, we've got more battles. I think that's Simon getting past Hurricane. Although it looks like there's a bit of an accident further back. Or was that just people taking the corner? I think it was just people taking the corner as Kepler gets back past. Although Iggy's still right behind him. And it's only been 15 minutes and I'm already struggling to make conversation. And Iggy's trying it again. The track does look a little wet to me, but I don't think it's raining. Oh, Kepler's a little wide there. He has to let Iggy go and now serve the penalty. Although this battling is allowing Sindra to catch up. But already, within, it's pretty much a second a minute that BX is making on these guys. Mental stuff. Although that Ford is doing quite well on its tyres compared to Iggy and BX. And Sindra's doing even better on them. Hal in 5th actually, he's stuck with Sindra in the Mazda, and the Alpha's getting hunted down by Simon, who is, I think, who has gotten up to speed now with the car and is starting to find pace, and then taps in 9th. I think he's starting to make his way back up as well. Although it's not looking good for the Mercedes team at the moment. Not at all. Although Pyro has gone ahead of OG Moose. but he does also have a penalty. Simon with the penalty. Kepler again with a penalty. This is going to save Iggy. But, we're getting to the stage of the race now where stuff is not happening as much. Now, I didn't have time to prepare. I might make a quick trip to the refrigerator just for a drink, but I'll do that in a minute. I'll do that at the 30-minute marker. Anyway, Kepler is catching Iggy again, but has got another penalty. Tap also catching up to Hurricane. Not much really happening. Although the person in last place is now a minute behind the leader. And it's a 3-minute 56 lap, so might be doable. We might lap someone. As you can see, Kepler's caught right up to Iggy, but has to serve that half-second penalty, which will yet again kill the momentum that he's built up. As with Simon, he's going to lose a bit of time here to Alpha. Actually, Tap's getting caught up here by Capeo. He must have made a mistake again at some point. He's also got Vidfear and Ross not too far behind. In fact, Ross does not have a penalty, and Vidfear is that 1.5 second penalty. Although it looks like Ross did lose position at one point though. BX has checked out of this race already by a country mile. In fact, I'm going to go BRB real quick. I will not be long. Hello everyone, I am now back. Hopefully I didn't miss much, although Kepler has now gained a lot of time back on Iggy. And might be sensing a move quite soon. Found still 5th Alpha. Looks like everyone's still where they were before I left. Aero only 9 seconds back from Ross. The main fight between Iggy and Kepler continues. In fact, Kepler's sensing a move here already. Around the outside, is he going to make it work? Up the inside, is he going to make it work? Iggy's going to hold the outside, but he's going to cut the inside again, and by the looks of it, he will stay ahead. Nice clean racing though from these two. And actually that last lap Iggy recorded his best lap time. That's now Kepler yet again is going for another move. And he is ahead now. Oh, Iggy's going to dive down the inside. Ooh! I thought Iggy was going to dive up the inside there. Fully send it, but if only I had camera angles. But he's right behind Kepler now. Oh, trying to bait him into the pit lane maybe. Bit of gravel there too for Iggy. Although behind it looks like Hurricane has got back ahead of Simon, who also has a 2-second penalty. People are struggling with track limits here. As Ross has also got 1.5 second penalty. And at some point, Iggy got past Kepler. How did I miss that? Oh, but he's been done by the track limits. And that could actually end his P2. It's probably music to Kepler's ears as he's in the slipstream. He's going to get alongside, a bit of lag, but all good. Side by side. Kepler should get the better exit, as he seems to be struggling a little bit with the Mercedes. I'm saying how 23 seconds back from BX. And Kepler is now past again. And should stay ahead. Ooh, bit of rear end traction issue. The Kepler still ahead though. He is going to pull alongside now, but he is or has been struggling on the straights as Kepler is now pulling away again. But Iggy, is he still going to go for the inside? No, he's not. So Iggy's going to be right behind all the way until the penalty zone. It seems that Kepler seems to be the one who's got the stronger pace at the moment. More laps in the 59s. So Iggy's gonna have to let this one go, I think. comes up to the penalty zone, and he's going to lose all that momentum and time, and it's going to allow Syndra to have a great... Syndra's going to have a great run on Iggy here. Is he going to go for a move? He's going to draw alongside, and he will get ahead. That 1.5 second penalty has cost Iggy more like 5 seconds, and has now allowed both Fords to get onto the podium. And now he's stuck behind Syndra, who is flying. Although Iggy, oh, nice move there from Iggy to get back into third. Now the pressure is on to catch back up to Kepler. Did cut that final chicane. I wonder if he'll get a penalty for that. Doubt it. Only 4 second time loss though. The rear tyres are looking a bit screwed. Kepler's are about the same, but Syndra's are in a lot better condition. VX tyres though aren't looking so hot. Although he has been quite consistently in the 350s. Well, he is consistently in the 56s, but then it sort of has tailed off a lot in the last few laps. Oh, and Kepler's got a penalty. He's still getting away from Iggy. He needs to really pump in some good laps here. Really improve that gap between him and Iggy. Although Syndra should be here to help if he can stay in the slipstream and overtake. And with how powerful that Ford is, he's going to get alongside and past Iggy. Nice move from Syndra, although he's really struggling in the corners a lot. And the fuel's not looking too good either. But this battling should help Kepler, but Iggy is still only 2.2 behind, as Syndra's going to go up the inside again. Going to get the exit, but will he have the acceleration against the Ford? Nope, the Ford is going to get away again. And this is helping Kepler just get a little bit further away. Although Syndra will have to pit at the end of this lap, I feel. Looks like Ford isn't, the other Ford ain't doing too bad on fuel, but Syndra is struggling. So Syndra is catching Kepler as well quite a bit. Although that Ford does seem to be a rocket ship in a straight line. Howlin' though, middle of nowhere, although he is getting caught by Alpha. At least it looks that way. So you see Simon, oh, and Simon's had a spin just as we ride on board. It sent him all the way down to 11th. As BX has now pitted. And it looked like Simon had some damage as well beforehand. For that spin. Ross as well, it looks like he's hit issues. He's fallen behind Pyro at some point. Moose, don't know what's happened to him. He is falling straight off the cliff with his pace this times. It must be. I actually feel bad for Moose here. He's all on his own. There's no other cars around him. He can't even see him in the distance or hear him. As BX has pitted for the softs. Syndra also in, Howlin also in, Alpha also in. A lot of people running out of fuel here by the looks of it. There's still a few who have got a good amount in the tank left. Kepler though I think only has a lap left. Iggy still has a decent amount of fuel. BX has come out in third though and is on a fresh set of softs. Kepler up to fourth. Meanwhile the others are in the pit lane. There's Tap Shooter. Ross is going to stay out. He's going to get ahead of Alpha. He's going to get ahead of Howlin. He's going up the inside and he is ahead of Howlin. But for how long? Syndra out in fifth as well. Iggy's fuel light has now come on. As he's only a second back from Kepler. But the undercut might work out quite well here for Syndra, who has gone on to another set of mediums by the looks of it. And BX has gone on to a set of softs early by the looks of it to get them out of the way. Actually hasn't fueled up completely. Catching up to Kepler, who's got a second penalty. No. Oh, looks at Howland did get past Ross, and now, despite defending a little bit there, it's going to be no use. Alpha now goes past Ross again. He's just struggling now with the tyres compared to the others on fresh tyres. Tap with the 3-second penalty that might be to the pit lane. Illyrian 11th and Vidvir. Pyro in 13th, he has made a pit stop. In fact, he made a pit stop on lap 3. Unless this game is tripping, which I think it is, he must have made the pit stop last lap. Fresh medium for him. Meanwhile, Kepler and Iggy. It looks like Iggy did get ahead of Kepler, who is really struggling now. Or at least Iggy got ahead of Kepler. As both of them are in. And now BX resumes the lead. Capel in as well. Not surprised there. He's done well on fuel. Let's see where Syndra is compared to Kepler and Iggy. How much those fresher tyres have benefited him. Kepler onto the soft. He's gonna be out before Iggy. But Kepler is out. Iggy's just coming up the pit lane now. Here is Syndra. Where is he to Iggy? And he is about 1.5, I'd say. 1.5 to 2 seconds. Well, probably 2 seconds. 2 seconds off Iggy. So, looking at it, I'm pretty sure Syndra was at least 4 or 5 seconds behind. So he's gained about 2 seconds on that. But now Iggy is also on fresh tyres. So we'll have to see. But Kepler's now 7 seconds ahead, but he didn't fuel up all the way and he's gone onto the soft tyres. And the sky's looking a little orangey. I wonder if the sun's coming up anytime soon. Probably not, but a bit interesting it's that bright. And there's a helicopter in pitch blackness. As Howland has a second penalty, best. That is quite a difference. Alpha must have made a mistake there, because he is now 15 seconds behind him. Or, yeah, Alpha's made a mistake behind Howland. Hurricane within a second, Kepler only a few seconds back, with Valerian, Tap, and then Vidler, and then Pyro, and then Ross, and then Simon as well. He's fallen quite far down after the incident. If only Pyro and Ross were a bit further up, they could genuinely still win this whole thing. But they seem to be struggling quite a bit here, and it's not helping at all. Although the way things are going, if Valeri can get just 2 or 3 more positions, it might give Ford a chance. With how much Tap's not doing too badly, but Simon seems to be struggling. As you can see, BX 37 seconds ahead, and he's going purple at the moment. As we are at the 40-minute mark. See what the new fastest lap of the race is. I expect it to be something blistering, a 54.0. Mega pace, absolutely mega pace. As by the looks of it, it is sunrise. It is sunrise now. Or at least it looked like sunrise. What? Is it still night time? It's looked like sunrise. It's still night time. Why did it look like sunrise? From BX's point of view. So it does look like it is getting brighter. Actually, Kepler's on the softs, but he's not really making use of them. Ziggy seems to have some great pace on these mediums. Sinja now with a second penalty. Tap. He's only a few seconds behind the Genesis X. Oh, I can't say words. The Gen X's. Kepler 9th. Mazda don't seem to be doing too bad, but I think they would have done better with Howlin at the wheel last race. Sorry, I was in the middle of doing something then. Alpha has gone straight on and ploughed into the barrier. And that has cost him quite the time loss. All the way down from like P6, P7 to P10. That was a big time loss. And he got engine damage! That's even worse! Oh, that might be Alpha's race over. It looked a little like brake failure, but his brakes was fine into that corner. And I keep forgetting to mute my mic when I'm replenishing fluids. Which I apologise for. Back to the race, we've got a few penalties for people here. Iggy catching Kepler, even though Kepler's on the softer compound. Seems to be struggling with the tyres, or at least getting the pace out of the car. But he was quite fast on the medium, on par with Iggy, but since going on to the softs, he seems to be struggling. Iggy seems to be improving. And well, Iggy is on quite the charge. He's gapped Syndra by about 3 seconds. And is it finally going dawn? It looked like it in the background. Although it's probably going to take quite a while. Hurricane's already a minute off. Tapping 7th. I think he gets Hurricane. I don't know if he'll catch Jimmy, but that might be good enough for Peugeot, 1st and 6th. Although, without where the boards are, if ALR can pick up his pace a bit, get past Capeo and tap. I don't know, I don't know, I can't remember the points rankings, but it could swing Ford's way. But they need a lot of things to go right from here. Kepler extended that gap again. I think it was down to 5 seconds and it seems to have gone up a bit, but yeah, I think Iggy might have made a mistake there because I think he lost a little bit of time. Oh, BX is now drifting through corners. He is taking the P that much. Wow. Just wow. There's not much else happening in the way of on-track battles. Simon's got a half-second penalty. Ross has a half-second penalty. Moose is probably a minute away from being lapped. much happening now. Yeah, it looks like it's getting a bit dayish now. And it looks like Kepler's picked up the pace. As he now sets a new personal best. Yes, it is going day now. Iggy still holding on his best for third. Looks like Tap is now catching up to Hurricane quite a bit, only a second and a half behind. On the soft compounder tyres as well, he's getting them out of the way now. Pale 8th, O'Leary 9th. Alpha is catching O'Leary quite a bit. They're really struggling in their Mazda. And it looks like Moose had a penalty like that. As now the not the penalty, now the gap is 50 seconds to second. VX is making quite the statement for this car to be banned for eternity. Like the Mercedes 20 model is considered like one of the best cars, and we got one of the best drivers in it, and he's 57 seconds off the lead. Now yes, VX did go on to softs and such, and maybe put a bit less fuel in, but let's say that's like 10 seconds, 15 seconds. That's still like 35 seconds or so, or 40 seconds ahead of Iggy. That's mental. That car is just too fast. As Daybreak has finally come through. It seems like the Mustang is holding on to its softs very well. It makes me think you should have put more fuel in. Now we've got a half-second penalty. As Tap has now got past Hurricane. We missed that, I'm sorry. And he is on his way now. He's got 16 seconds. Can you make it up? Alpha now just 1.6 behind O'Leary. He's catching him very fast. Although he seems to be seems to be getting quite a bit faster now. And he is catching Capel, I think. But he has got Alpha behind him. catching very fast. Vidvid with the penalty. Simon is doing good. He's recovering. You should get past Vidvid here, I would expect. Maybe not. Oh, maybe. Slipstream. He is now ahead. And into 11th is Simon. 14 seconds to Alpha. Can he make that? Can he get into the top 10 again? How's Iggy doing? He's catching Kepler again. I think Kepler's pitting in at probably the minute mark for a set of mediums, and again, not a minute and a half, not the minute mark. What am I on about? At the hour mark. He's probably going to pit the hour mark for the medium, and then another set of medium at the 1.5 hour mark. I think VX is probably going to be in this lap. He might be on the 5-stopper. He could do it. He doesn't. He can take the absolute piss with this, which is mental. Well, it looks like Kepler's got the time back here on the straights. Sindra's not too far behind either, and he's still got to use softs yet. Although, then again, Iggy's the same, he's got to use the softs yet. And Tapper's gapped Hurricane, and it is now catching Jimmy at decent pace. If he can keep this up, a P5 is on the cards. It looks like that Mazda has barely worn its tyres. As BX is coming into the pit lane. Kepler is putting in some great, he's hooking up some great sectors here. He's gained a mega ton of time on Iggy. He seems to be struggling a little bit now that daytime has come. Although we are into the sector which Mercedes loves. Kepler also in from the softs. Ooh, bit of a spicy battle here though. ALR's caught up to Kepler and Alpha's right behind. And in fact, ALR's gone wide and he's given Alpha the position. Exciting stuff here. Now Alpha's right behind Kepler. Kepler's tyres are in very good condition, but he seems to just be struggling against the Gen X. Actually, ALR's hooked up a good couple of corners. He's right behind Alpha again. And Alpha's going to defend. Oh, he cuts across him into the braking zone. That's a bit naughty. Oh, tapping as well. But they both live for another day. Live to fight another day. and Kepler gets to scarper away a little bit more. I keep calling him Kepler, he's Capel. I'm really sorry, Capel. It's been an hour, my mind is fried. Yeah, Kepler onto a set of mediums, a full tank of fuel I expect, or at least close to it. And he's catching Hurricane very fast. Mustang's not looking too bad. That might have to go on my list for testing cars. Although it might just be good around Le Mans. Here comes Kepler. Oh, not close enough. Has a little slide up the corner. As behind, we have Capel and Alpha going at it, and Alpha has got past Capel, and the lobby is lagging. It's not good. Kepler still not past Hurricane. Hale trying it on Alpha, but it's not going to work. Alpha does go deep though, and Capel's going to get the position back. And Alpha also gets a second penalty for that. Meanwhile, Kepler still not past Hurricane. This is costing him valuable time. He's going to get alongside. He's going to get ahead. And he should be past. Hurricane going to try a little switchback, but it's just not going to work with the tyres. He's going to have a look, but he's going to back out of it. And Alpha is struggling, and he's going to serve that penalty now. And that's going to cost him to Capel and O'Leary. Goodwin tapped down to 12th after his pit stop. Simon down to 14th, he's made a recent pit stop. And then OG Moose all the way back down, 2.5 minutes behind. I mean, looking at the field, the Mercs might get away with only doing one more stop. Alpha now catching back up to O'Leary. But then again, they've got their soft tyres to use yet. Everyone else seems to be somewhat fine. It seems like Capel's lagging a little bit though. Oh, Hurricane a little bit wide there. That might be a penalty. Marbles now on the track in some areas. Iggy's still holding out in second. I think he's going to extend it to a... He's going to try and minimise it to a 2-stop by the looks of it, but he's still got the softs to use, yeah. Did he use them already? I can't tell. I believe he's only made 1 stop though. Although looking at the tyre wear, softs should probably go the next stint maybe, if he's lucky. Sim just got a pit in at the end of the lap though. His tyres, his fuel is not looking too good. And actually, BX, he's only 15 seconds ahead of Iggy, but he is getting away. Although he's not putting in particularly good times, but Iggy is still quite a bit slower. But it's not going to be a bad lap for Iggy. 2 seconds off BX. Sinja now pits. And Howling Jimmy J will pit as well. And Hurricane will as well. And he has done one hell of a defensive job to keep ahead of Kepler. And now this releases Kepler to chase after Iggy. 43 seconds up the road. I think being stuck behind Hurricane has really hurt his chances a second here. Sinja now in 4th, but he has a 3-second penalty. He's 10 seconds behind his teammate. Kepler has a 2nd penalty as well. Alpha's in as well. Tap Shooter will of course stay on. Ross is in the pit lane. Pyro is in the pit lane. Ross is on the softs, so he's got his tyre. He's got his soft tyres done there. What about Simon? He's staying out. And Moose is about a light year away. Let's see, is he catching Iggy or is Iggy getting away? Sinja now with 4 seconds of penalties. He is catching, but there's a mental amount of penalties. Mazdas are doing well though now. Well, I mean, if Kepler can stay out for another 12 minutes and just put one set of tyres until the end, then that's calm. I keep saying Kepler, Capel, I mean Capel. And okay, no, Sindri hasn't self penalties yet. Tap up to 7th. Technically P6, although he's got to catch Howlin now. Who is actually getting away from him? Not much else happening though. Still got another 15 minutes left. And it looks like Iggy is keeping the gap the same, despite being on much older tyres. It might be the lighter tank that's helping him, but that's a really good stint by Iggy. Although he's still got to do 2 more stops, at least. I had my mic on mute. I hate myself. I don't know how long that's been on mute for, but probably 5-10 minutes. Sheesh. But anyway, few drivers there that are going to be caught out. In fact, it's going to go to full wet. Oh, been facing the wall. ALR's off the track. Pale and Hurricane got in time. Howling as well. Okay, that's not too bad then, Owen. That's not too bad. But you did miss me talking about the rain. As Kepler is struggling. He's on full wet tyres, but BX is on intermediates, and even he's struggling. Syndra's on intermediates, and he's struggling. Howlin is in the gravel. Oh, that's a big mistake there. Hurricane. Oh. But Tap has actually lost out on positions. So now it is going to go. Oh, it tipped into the full wet conditions then for a little bit. As you see, Vidvir struggling. He stayed out. Vidvir has stayed out. Yeah, it probably would. I'm just saying now, Owen. I think we would have had the pace as Vidvir has bottled it completely. Simon's up to 11th. Rosso, he's on intermediates and he's actually spun out, as well as Pyro. There's Moose on the softs. It is absolute chaos. It's a shame that I was not talking beforehand, but at least you reminded me, Owen. I could have gone on for another half hour like that. Well, it looks like the full wet conditions have subsided now. And the intermediate runner should be able to get back going. I mean, Kepler's jumped ahead of his teammate, Capel. Kepler, though, has lost out second by a mile. Iggy, he had that perfect. Although, he is struggling on the full wets. As now the conditions come back to BX on the inters. As I think that's Pyro about to be lapped. And it is. As I've just seen, Pyro is on the racing mediums. And he's going really slowly. As we see OG Moose King spinning out. Ross 13th. What is up with Pyro? Why has he stayed out on the mediums? It seems like he wants to do a bit of drifting, so we shall watch him. Yeah, he's now got to give way to Iggy, who is still on the wet tyres, but by the end of this lap he should be able to come in and fit the dry tyres. Look, Sindra with the half-second penalty. Howlin is catching up to his teammate, but that was pretty good from Capel. Hurricane 7th, Tapping 8th, Alpha 9th, Leary 10th, Simon in 11th, Vivid 12th. Despite all the issues, he's still ahead of Ross and Pyro. Pyro's having to come to a standstill to even get around this. Moose also stayed out of the soft tyres. Ross will probably be the next one to be lapped, I assume. Yeah. I don't know. Track might not even dry up for dry tyres by the end of this lap. But that was an intense couple of laps. Or lap or two. Just to catch you all up on what I was saying when I was muted, I was questioning where the rain was, as I did not see it. Borderline dry almost, although it's probably still going to be quite treacherous. There will BX come in. Might do. And nobody's going to stay out another lap. Iggy might come in though. But yeah, with the little bit of carnage we had, that has, I think, secured Iggy second place for the race. I think Ford will get third and fourth, but that'll be the best they get. Oh, we got a bit side by side actually with Capeo and Hurricane. Howell and Jimmy J got past him, now Hurricane seems to be getting past him. So we get a yellow flag, what has happened here? Oh, it's Moose King. Because he's getting lapped by everyone. Sun's coming out a little bit now. Not much else happening though. It is kind of, you could pit now, but I think they are going to stay out for another lap, let the track dry up a bit more. Iggy's sliding the car through there. Full wet's going to be burnt out by the end of this lap. Even BX is struggling a little bit. It looks like Howland's got a penalty and Hurricane's right behind him. I think Alpha's got past Tap. Larry's 10th. Simon's only 7 seconds back, he can still get in the top 10 here. Oh, not if he does that though. Vidvir 12th, despite being off about several thousand times. Ross as well, he's quite far down. As well as Pyro, Moose King. In fact, Pyro will get caught by Moose King. As we have our first intermediate runners in, Alpha and Simon. As Simon does get a half-second penalty. Well, they're going to be the first ones to come in for a set of dry tyres. Probably mediums till the end, or hards, depends what they want to do. And Alpha's come out on the soft tyres, and he spinned it straight away. He should have been a bit more cautious than that. He is sliding about all over the place. And Simon's now in the pit lane and has spun onto the track, into the turn 1 gravel track. He's gonna get on the circuit though, he should be alright. Oh, he's gone onto the wet part. Don't. Yeah, the first people coming is still too treacherous on the pit lane exit. It's still way too treacherous. Although BX is in as well. And Hurricane did get ahead of Howlin at some point. Although it is probably dry enough now for dry tyres. It'll be interesting to see how the strategy plays out now. Putting a full tank of fuel in, he's probably hard or medium to the end. Yeah, medium. Now, will he bin it on the pit lane exit? Oh! I don't think he did. Well done to you, Mr. BX. You have survived the pit exit. Kepler's probably in as well. Those wets completely burnt out. Full tank of fuel and mediums to the end for Iggy, I expect, or softs. I think they still got to do the soft, although he's gone into the medium. Oh no, he did do the soft. Oh no, did he? I can't remember. Iggy has also survived the pit lane exit. Although I think that tyre rule goes... Oh wait, no, do you still have to do that tyre rule even if it rains? I think you do. Alright, and Capel, top up the tank, mediums to the end. Oh, never mind, he doesn't top up the tank. Alright, will he survive the pit lane exit? No, he won't. Oh, he's right on the racing line. Oh, Capel misses it by an inch. Capel has stayed out another lap on the intermediates. It will only help him on that pit exit, and that's it. Syndra, also another victim of the pit lane. Oh, there's a bunch of other people in now. I have to see how many of them are affected by the pit lane. And Syndra's gone straight on. Alright, here comes Howland out the pit and he's spun. This is a great game show we're playing here. Of who can bin it out of the who can bin it out of the pit exit the best. See, I think Kaliri's the next one. See, topping up the tank of fuel, and Aliri's gonna go. Let's see, will he be another one to spin out the pit lane? Let's see, and he spun. And it's all gone. And what about Tap? And Tap's gone as well. Oh, I hear cars coming. Oh dear. Oh, Vidvir's got through him. I don't think anyone else has to hit. I think Pyro's put his car on standby. Pale pulling off to the side of the track. Oh no, he's still at the intermediates, that's why. Although, Hurricane, oh, he's still out in the intermediates, that's why. I was wondering why he was first. Although you could probably go soft to the end from here. Ooh, a bit wide. That might be a penalty. Kepler is catching at a rate of knots though. Let me call it. Somehow Vidfear has gone from spinning around, crashing out in the wet, to P8. And he might get like P7 or P6 once Hurricane and Capel stop. Or at least Howling will. Still though. Hurricane's in and Capel. Kepler stays. Oh yeah, of course he can stay out. He's back up into third. Sinja should get back up to fourth. It'll be interesting where Hurricane and Capel do come out. ALR is still quite far back, so I doubt he will. Oh, pit lane's still wet though. Capel's off a little bit. Hurricane is in the wall though. Capel did kind of survive, and actually staying out for an extra lap on the intermediates hasn't been too bad. And Capel, Hurricane, despite spinning on the pit lane exit, is also P6. Wait, there are like 50 seconds apart. What? Have Capel and Hurricane jumped Howling that much? What? Okay, it's only like 20 seconds, but still, that's mega. Okay, yeah, Ross is lapped. Or he's getting lapped now by Iggy. Tap Shooter will be the next one. He's had a crash actually. Tap will probably be the next one to be lapped. I think. Yeah, he's got to be. Although, still quite a bit away from him. Although Iggy's only 26 seconds behind BX. Wait, did BX have a crash? Because I could have sworn BX was 40 seconds ahead. Oh, Ross has cock blocked his teammate a little bit there. Oh. Could have sworn though. Yeah, all that shenanigans under in the wet have tossed up a few surprises. Oh, Hurricane's off into the gravel. But that is one of the surprises. Hurricane out to 6th, and he has quite a bit of time between him and Howlin, who was like net P5, P6 with the other, with Vidfear or someone, I can't remember. All I know is that, well, it's a lot more jumbled up now. Hurricane serves his penalty. And back up to speed he goes. And actually, Iggy seems to be catching BX. Not very fast, but he's catching. Doing a lot better than BX. See, there's 3 seconds there, there's 5 seconds, there's 8. 5 makes 13. And 12. He's gained 25 seconds on BX over the last 4 laps. Can he keep that up? I doubt it, but if BX has maybe another couple of spins, so I feel like he's had 1 or 2 already. So it was like a 40 or 50 second gap, it was mega. Well, then again, that might have been the gap between Kepler and Iggy. I don't think I'm hallucinating. Vidfear is in though, no fuel. His softs are burnt out. And that's going to put ALR up to 8th. Hurricane is going faster as well. Kepler with the penalty. But not much else really going on. Actually, speaking of though, Tap down to 12th. He was at one point challenging for 6th, but he is like a minute and a half behind 6th place now. Simon has got into 10th. It's only 2 seconds off Alpha as well. Let's see who's closest on track. I think it actually is the battle between Simon and Alpha is the closest battle on track. Simon is gaining a little bit. Not by much though. Less than 20 minutes to go now. By the looks at BX is cruising to a fairly simple and easy win. But Simon's struggling here to really make any ground on Alpha as he comes into the pit lane. I don't think he's going to get to the end there then. Everyone else should, but let's have a look though. Yeah, everyone should get to the end fairly easily. Pyro will have to pit. No, so Jimmy's. Okay, Pyro will have to pit though. Although I don't know if this is Pyro actually racing. To me, this looks like an AI is racing for him, as they did not pit at all throughout the rain period. And I put Simon into 9th. Just 8 seconds away from O'Leary. Not much going on though. Hurricane is actually picking up the pace on Capel. Potential P5 on the cards for the Gen X. Well, the softs are getting worn quite a lot. What about Simon? Has lost time to ALR, or at least only gained a small amount of time. So there's not much going on. Pyro is finally into the pit lane with a half-second penalty as well. And OG Moose is up to 14th. He's not going to finish last, despite putting on quite the effort to finish last. Pyro is going to steal that from him. Still actually wet in places. I just saw a little meter pop up there when Ross went a little wide. As Simon is now in from the mediums. And Hurricane is catching Capel very fast. Not what you need when you're trying to hunt down 5th place. There is nothing going on. Oh, hang on a second. We got Alpha and Simon going at it. I think this is Simon getting past. So Alpha's coming back on the straight, or is he? He also has a second penalty. And that's the first time I think we've had that angle into that corner out of the whole 2 hours. Oh, Alpha's going to try it. Oh, he's bumped into him. And that's given him another half-second penalties. He's in the slipstream, but he's just not gaining. Alpha, he's still trying it on Simon, but he just has nothing against that Peugeot. And now Alpha therefore will be slowed down by the penalties, and it will allow Simon to breathe a little bit and get up to speed. Meanwhile, Hurricane is now just 3 seconds behind Capel, with 10 minutes to go, but the softs aren't looking good, and Capel's softs are looking very good. Quite a big difference on the tyre wear. That might help Capel, but Capel seems to be struggling to pace a lot here at the moment. Hurricane seems to be putting in quali lap after quali lap. Though he is struggling through the corners. As, you know, less than 10 minutes now. Getting into the final phase of the race, where people are starting to get a little bit frustrated with where they are, maybe, or maybe going for a dual last minute dive bomb or something. The do or die move to try and secure another position. Seems like Capel is a lot better in the corners than Hurricane. That Gen X is really struggling now. He's kept that gap within about a few seconds of what it was at the start of the stint, so he's not done too bad there. Kepler as well, they've all been about the same pace, just with massive gaps. As Hurricane has got a 1.5 second penalty, and that is going to cost him his chance at P5 well and truly now. ALR in no man's land though. Just got to bring it home now for the full team. I think the Peugeots are going to win, but they are both down in 12th and 10th. Like, the Ford's 3rd, 4th and 8th. That's really good. Points wise. I just don't know how it's going to affect them. It is really down to ALR. He's got to maybe hope that the others in front of him run out of fuel. I doubt that will happen. Although Hurricane may have to pit. His tyres are about to die. He'll probably stay out for the last 5 minutes, but they are very dead. Very, very dead. Pyro unlapping himself. And in fact, O'Leary's rear tyre has died, I've just noticed that. Although the front tyres have stayed alive for him. And Simon and Alpha are going at it again. Simon's got a 1.5 second penalty though. I've just had Owen's messages come through again. Hopefully all is well with the stream. Where's VX? You'll get another lap in, for sure. So 30 laps total. Hurricane has dropped off the cliff now. Oh, that's Howlin locking up. Or losing the car. O'Leary could still have a chance here at getting a P7. Depending on how Howling and Hurricane do with their cars. Because those tyres are really going to hammer home the issues. And if O'Leary can just keep it calm, keep it steady, Hurricane stays out. He's risking spinning and losing a bunch of time. Soft should last this next lap. Yeah, 7 seconds off. And actually, O'Leary's got a lot more tyre. Oh wait, no, yeah, he's got a bit more rear right than Jimmy, which could help him a lot in this final lap. I think, yeah, Jimmy's going to be getting onto his final lap now. BX is still yet to start his final lap. Although his mediums are well and truly cooked as well. So what is Iggy's? And actually O'Leary is making rapid gains on Jimmy. He's keeping it consistent, he's keeping it calm. This could benefit him really well here. How's Hurricane doing on the dead tyres? He is surviving. Oh, he's gone very wide. O'Leary is keeping it within track limits. Now he's going to power down the back straight. As up front, BX is starting the final lap. He's done 30 laps. Made it to that marker. Iggy should make it. But I think Kepler will be the first one to actually make the checkered flag. The next lap. And by the looks of it, Kepler is about to run out of fuel as well, so that's lucky for him. Timed that correctly. While Howlin is struggling and O'Leary is catching. We could have a last lap swap of positions for 7th here. O'Leary is He's doing very well here to keep the car under control, despite how ruined those tyres are. See, Kepler has a second penalty, but he's going to come home third. Crash into the wall. Not too bad. Meanwhile, O'Leary only 2 points. The gap is coming down. Can O'Leary get Howlin for the line? I don't know if it will affect whether or not Ford can win it, because I think it might just be which. Well, no, it's got to be on point, surely. The other two, Simon's down and P11 and 12 for them guys. O'Leary is now right behind Howlin. Whoa! He's almost alongside. And O'Leary's now passed. Or is he? He is now passed. Howlin is just struggling though. O'Leary, this is the part of the track where that Mazda is better. But I think O'Leary's going to hold on actually now. He's got ahead and will hold on. Howlin is just struggling. As Hurricane has finished P6, Capel has finished. Oh! Howlin has gone straight on. So O'Leary will get 7th. This might, I don't know, because, oh, I mean 3rd and 4th, that's pretty good. I don't know if 7th will have the points, but O'Leary will finish P7. A great race to get, well, great race to be fair. He was about 10th or 11th in quali or something. He's done well there. Howlin will get 8th. Ninth will be Alpha. Bidford will get 10th. Simon's going to come home for 11th. And I think Tap will not be lapped. He's quite lucky not to get lapped. Although I think he will show up as a lap down. He might not though. But it will be BX to win 2 hours of Le Mans. But I don't know if Peugeot will win the actual thing as a whole. Oh. And Iggy's finished. Okay. Iggy's still running, but I'm guessing that's just because of how much time was left. But Ford were 3rd, 4th, and 7th. Did they get enough points to overthrow the Peugeots? Let's see. And yes! Ford have won it! Because BX was the only Peugeot in the top 10 and Ford got 3 cars in there, in very good positions, Ford have won it by 14 points. Well, very well done, and a big congratulations to your 2 hour champions, O'Leary, Sindra, and Kepler. Well, I hope you have all enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, join the Discord if you want to join our racing. It should be linked in the description. I hope you all have enjoyed. Congratulations to Ford, and goodbye.